Hi, I'm Patrick Gordon. I'm doing a part two of the Informational Community Organization presentation for my business communications class at Baker University. This program would be geared, my audience analysis would point more towards veterans at a redeployment function, possibly returning from combat. All right, Military Veterans Project is a community organization that I chose because it's one that not only is my family personally involved with, but they're also an incredible organization doing some pretty groundbreaking things for veterans. Next slide. Excuse me. We're going to go over the outline of the company, what they do, who they are, and a little bit about the face of it. In May of 2012, Jamie Jarboe died from injuries that he sustained in Afghanistan from taking a sniper's bullet. His wounds left him paralyzed from the neck down. His wife, Melissa, was at his side the entire time. Jamie's dying wish was that to please take care of his brothers. And brothers, he meant all brothers in arms, brothers and sisters. And that is where Military Veterans Project was founded from. Melissa went on to do exactly what Jamie asked, and now, I mean, they're growing every day. Which brings us to the hashtag 22 a day, the social media campaign to bring awareness to 22 veterans each day that are taking their lives. They say 22 veterans and one still serving member a day is killing themselves due to post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, just the demons that haunt people from combat. And these are not just, what some people consider my generation or the weaker warriors compared to World War II, Korea, and so on. These are also these older folks from Korea and Vietnam that are finally, falling victim to these demons. The Military Veterans Project is currently in the middle of a 1,000 voluntary veterans study to really try to bring to the mainstream the treatments that are going to revolutionize the way people are treated for PTSD. And that is they're trying to get away from drugs. And by drugs, I mean the sedation and just the zombie that some of these veterans are being turned into to help control the post-traumatic stress and the traumatic brain injury, which can sometimes have the same effects. Jamie was a baseline. They were willing to try anything to help him out, not only from his physical injuries, but also the emotional scars that he bore from being a warrior, seeing terrible things, and then being paralyzed from the chest down. He was an infantryman. He was a go-getter, and being left like that is demoralizing terribly. So they went into sensory deprivation chambers and also using hyperbaric oxygen therapies. They turned Jamie's life around, and that's exactly what this 1,000-member voluntary veteran study is for, is to get veterans who may only be under traditional sedatives and medications into these facilities, treatment facilities, to see, or to prove, not to see, to prove that these treatments actually work, and we can get away from the things that are harming people's bodies, the chemicals they're putting into them, to help fix them. Partners, in addition to the treatments, they also have partnerships in the traditional outreach crisis intervention programs. And the two main ones they use are, of course, the VA. The VA seems to do a pretty good job about on-the-spot immediate help for people that need to call in because they're having a suicide issue. Maybe they're having thoughts of suicide, thoughts of harming themselves. And then the other one is battle in distress, which is also, well, the VA is not necessarily 100% peer-to-peer. Battle in distress is peer-to-peer. People that have been there, done that, and can talk to somebody who might be on that suicidal ledge. Impacts. The impacts of Military Veterans Project on actual veterans are over 2,000 veterans helped, whether it be through treatment, financially, or just somebody to talk to in the last 4 years, and that seems to be growing daily as Military Veterans Project grows. So, next slide. All right, in summary, we went over the face of Military Veterans Project, what they do, the hashtag 22 a day, and their success stories. Do you guys have any questions?
Is there a time frame
A time frame for what?
for the project? Is there a beginning and end?
I'll have that answer for you. I did not get the end date. The project has begun, the study has begun, but I did not get the end date, and that's a great question. So,
Where's this taking place?
the study is taking place in Washington, D.C.
How do they select their participants?
Participants all went through a vetting process. There was an application. Of course, it was limited to 1,000. I'd love to treat everybody. Maybe that's where we're going with it. But they went through an application process to ensure that they would be good picks. Not that anybody would be a bad pick, but they really wanted to get a sampling of the true face of PTS and TBI in the veteran community.
Where did this program begin?
Program began. Military Veterans Project was founded here in Topeka, Kansas.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.